Shocking. Well, it's worrying for the Russians at the moment. Day 578 of Vladimir Putin's 10-day special military operation. And Ukrainian intelligence are saying that they have penetrated through Russian defensive lines in this village of Verbovi that we can see here. Now, there's a small salient that the Ukrainians have been advancing in, and just to the other side of that is Robotyne, which they captured a few days ago, and they're about 1.5 kilometres to the south of that. It's significant as they get through these front defensive lines and are managing to get armoured vehicles through them. It's not just light infantry, because the defensive lines behind it are less well protected. And this is all about Ukrainians trying to break this land bridge from Crimea up into the rest of Ukraine and into Russia.
OK, taking a context, a bit of a step back here. Operationally, how are things looking?
Operationally, things are going very, very well for the Ukrainians. They're retaining the initiative tactically, but operationally they've got even bigger initiative. And so a lot of it's down to this man, Lieutenant General Budanov. He's the head of the GUR, the Ukrainian military intelligence. He's only 37 years old, but in a recent interview when he accompanied President Zelensky to the United Nations General Assembly, he turned around and described some more of the operations that he was coordinating. The drone attacks we've seen into Moscow, oil refineries and factories mysteriously catching fire, but more recently, the attacks that we've seen into Crimea and into Sevastopol, and the Black Sea Fleet headquarters being hit here by UK Storm Shadow missiles. Now, this is operational level activity, which is all about setting the conditions for everything so that the tactical battle gets much easier. And he's given us a masterclass in that.
Indeed. And those winter months that are coming up, will that change much in the strategy?
Well, I think what we'll see is a shift from the tactical bit on the ground, where the armoured vehicles are going to have difficulty in moving through the very, very boggy conditions, to much more of what we're seeing with the attacks into Crimea and potentially more attacks into Russia itself. And Budanov will have a much greater lead, setting the conditions again for when the ground is right for those tactical battles to assume the pace that we want them to assume. They're going to be very slow. It's going to be very deliberate. We're going to be talking about this time next year.
OK, wow.